What's up, Sag? Welcome to your August 2021 general reading. This is going to be for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but of course, it's not going to resonate for all of you guys, so definitely check out your other placements. We are in Leo season where the sun is bright and the vibe is right. You guys are I think you're gonna have a really good season. You guys tend to feel more comfortable in Leo season just because it is a fellow fire sign. Now, of course, Leo season is, we're dealing with fixed fire energy, so there is a little bit more rigidity that this season can bring, compared to your mutable fire. But I think it's a very comfortable place to be in nonetheless. You're going to be feeling more flirty. Everyone has this kind of fire within themselves. It's Leo, so we want to connect with people. We're charming. There may even be certain things in which like you want to be more in the spotlight, which can cause a little friction with others, especially if they're wanting the same things and there's some like conflict of ego. But it's a really good time for you guys, right? It's all that fifth house, fun, flirty, creative, romantic energy. So definitely like grab a hold of that, okay? But for you guys personally, this is dealing with your ninth house energy, which is beautiful. Ninth house is actually the house that you guys are connected to, if you did not know. Very much about philosophies, travel, higher learning. It's similar to Gemini, which they are the third house, which has a lot to do with your thought processes, but theirs is more about like facts and information. And you guys are more, there is kind of like that, information piece, but it's really on a higher level. It's on a deeper level. It's on that philosophical level. It's not just about the facts of the matter, right? So yes, ninth house energy. And we're talking about the full moon that we'll be having, which I talked to you guys last month about the full moon in July. That was an Aquarius full moon. Well, this August one is going to be an Aquarius full moon too, but it's actually happening on the 22nd, the same day that the sun goes into Virgo. Now, for you guys, it's going to be tapping into your third house. So again, that information piece, more of like facts, information. Your siblings have to do with your neighbor and your close knit connections. So there may be some things coming full circle for you guys this month in terms of that, like things with your siblings. Maybe you'll be receiving information from your siblings. Maybe you'll be receiving information about people. It doesn't matter, but there's something that's coming full circle in terms of like your third house energy, right? Now, with this, Venus this month is going into Libra, which is a vibe, right? Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. So Venus feels like it's on vacation there. It feels like it's having fun there. We're thriving there. And everyone else kind of reaps the benefits too, because you kind of feel like more of that loving, romantic, beauty, art type energy for this month, which is great. For you guys, Venus going into Libra is directly connecting to your 11th house, which is great. That means, especially like in your friendship circles, like those are thriving. Again, you guys are going to be feeling more social, having opportunities to meet new people, maybe collaborate with new people, do different things, involve yourselves in different causes, because 11th house is also connected to like that humanitarian piece. They are the rebels, right? It's connected to Aquarius energy. So that rebel energy, that really kind of following your own thing energy, but also like your close connections to your social causes and your friendships, okay? Now, Mars and Mercury will be going into Virgo. Really great in the sense of like Mars and Virgo makes us all want to work super hard. We're all very motivated, and it's not like you have to have other people telling you what to do, really, right? It's like we've all got the action and the drive to be putting towards our work, our daily routines, and even our health. So if there are some changes that you want to make in your daily routines, maybe implementing something that you think will be conducive for you going forward, or if you wanted to start on like a new health journey, maybe do a new challenge, this is a really good time for you guys to do it, okay? Now, Mercury going to Virgo can be, it's cool or whatever, but it can be sticky. Because where Virgo is super intellectual, Virgos are smart. They're smart, but they're persnickety, right? Like they can be very nitpicky about certain things depending on what their thing is, right? Because Virgo energy is so closely related to that perfection. So there might be some friction in terms of the perfection piece, right? Whether it's you being too critical of yourself, you being too critical of others, people being too critical of you, people being too critical of themselves. It's very much an energy of like, the intentions are good. The intentions are there. I want us all to thrive. I want us all to be successful. I want us to all do well. So you should just do this type thing. But everyone isn't able to receive it that way. So there may be some little bumps in terms of communication, especially if you're feeling like certain pressures from people around you, especially if they have heavy Virgo placements. But even just you as an individual will be feeling that energy a little bit more. So that's something to be on the lookout of, especially because while Leo season is fun and vivacious and flirty and romantic and social and driven, it's also, we can't forget the piece of the ego and pride. People's egos and prides can especially flare during Leo season. So that pride ego piece kind of mixed with that Mercury and Virgo of like that perfection piece, just watch it. And if you feel like people are being that way towards you, at least now you kind of know where it's coming from. It's really nothing personal. Like I said, I think everyone's just trying to do their best. And with trying to do our best, sometimes we can make others feel bad, or we can cross boundaries. So that's something to keep in mind of, okay? Now, you guys start off with 4 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. If I can get the card out, yes. 4 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Now, first things first card that comes out for you guys for this month is 4 of Cups, which, 4 of Cups traditionally is about not being interested in something, this could be not being satisfied with the options in front of you. This could literally be you being a brat. This can also be about like being full of something. So, couple things. If we look at this picture here, we see everyone's drinking. It looks like it's like maybe like a New Year's setting or like a birthday setting, some type of a celebration, right? Got all these people. There's someone offering homegirl a glass of rosé. But look, she already looks like she's had enough, right? So sometimes the 4 of Cups can point to the places where it's like, okay, I've already had enough of this thing. I've already endured enough of this struggle. I've already seen enough of that, right? Like I've experienced that to its fullest. I'm no longer interested. But also, and I think that this card like really illustrates it really well, is it also has that piece of like, be grateful for what you have. In this moment, everyone is celebrating. Everyone is happy. In this moment, there's nothing wrong, right? In this moment, homegirl, like there's nothing wrong. But see, while everyone's having a good time, enjoying the festivities, she is still thinking about or focused on the things that she doesn't have. Now, this could be especially true in terms of romance, in terms of love, especially because I say that 10 of Pentacles is next, right? So 10 of Pentacles energy, it usually, is like this abundant family who like seemingly has it all. So some of you guys, especially with Venus being in Libra, this is a really auspicious time for like connections, engagements, people coming together, which you guys have the engagement card. I can't necessarily say that this is you, but maybe this is you guys celebrating this month, but we'll get into that. It's quite normal and natural for a lot of people to be elevating their relationships at this time. And although you, like, especially for you single Sagittariuses, maybe even for you Sagittariuses who are currently with people, it's possible to be very happy for someone and like all the things that are happening great in their life, and then but to also like feel bad for yourself. And that's what this is giving me, especially if it has to do with relationships, especially if it has to do with like, legacy things. Because I honestly see you guys being surrounded by opportunities and abundance. And I will say, for those of you guys who are completely single, there is a chance for, a connection this month to be made, which is really, really beautiful. But you got to stay in that energy of gratitude. And although it can be hard because we're all human, just be happy for what you have and where you're at. sometimes when I get stuck in my own way and I don't even know why I'm spun or what got me there, I'll literally say to myself, but girl, is anything wrong in this moment? Usually not. Like, usually I'm too worried thinking about something in the past that didn't work out, or I'm too like anxious, like anticipating what wrong could happen in the future. And neither one works for anything. Seven of Cups. Okay, so Seven of Cups is clarifying that Four of Cups. Yeah, so some of you guys may just be in a place where you're a little bit bored of the options. Things may feel a little bit stale. But Seven of Cups is cloudy. When we see Seven of Cups, this is like someone who needs to cut through the clouds to get very clear on what it is they want, right? So for some of you guys, you might be being in a place of, oh my God, look, and then Four of Cups right here at the bottom. Some of you guys, you might be in a place of, I don't know what I want right now, but I know this ain't it. And you know what? That's fine, even to recognize that. And your hard emotions or your challenging emotions don't always mean that, they don't mean anything bad except for you recognizing like where you want to change, where you want to do things differently, where you could have a little bit more peace in your life. Now, I love this. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Four of Wands. Both of these together, especially, this could talk about marriage. Again, there might be some engagements going on. Maybe you guys are going to some weddings. If you're going to some weddings, this would be a really good opportunity to possibly meet people. You've got the King of Wands here. I'm sorry, Knight of Wands here, which is the player card or the dating card. It's really about getting out there, putting yourself out there, and trying something new and following your passions. But there is a lot of foundation setting that's going on. And again, for some of you guys, it may feel, or it feels like to me, there could be happiness, but slight like disappointment or jealousy maybe that comes along with all these things that are happening in your people's life. Like, as much as you're happy for them, you also like, damn, I kind of want that for myself, right? But I love to see this here because, again, I do feel like there's opportunity for you guys to meet someone new this month. So this could be pointing to that. Because then next you got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups energy, he is the hopeless romantic, super artsy fartsy, just hopeless in love type. This could be a love offer coming to you. I do feel like, especially for you singles, this is a time where you could be very active in terms of dating. Like I said, with us being in that Leo season, which is a very flirty season, and with Venus going into Libra, it really is good for everybody, I feel. Yeah, Page of Wands. Okay, this could be a younger person. This could be a person with children. Maybe you are doing some traveling too, because you got the Knight of Cups, which, they're standing in front of their car right here. But knights are usually traditionally on horses. They always indicate some type of a travel. So there is some type of maybe a vacation, maybe some types of trips. But I do love this because this is, I think, you guys being open and willing for something new, kind of having your heart open. And that's the piece. That's the thing with this Four of Cups for you guys this month. Leo is connected to the heart. So the emotions that come with that this month, like, you guys are really thinking about like, but no, what does my heart want? What? Or why can't I have what my heart wants? Or like, you are very connected to what's going on in the heart. And I think that this is fun, playful energy that will get you where you want to go, right? This is, Page of Wands is good luck energy, is, about that passionate young energy and that spirit. And like, this could be messages coming towards you guys. But there definitely could be some connections that at the very least this month make you feel lighthearted and make you kind of have like that giddy kid feeling again, which is really kind of nice. So next you've got the Knight of Swords. So you got two knights. Knight of Swords, Lovers, and the Sun card. I love this. Again, Venus and Libra, this gives you opportunity to meet people and to make some really fun, juicy, romantic connections. Now, in your environment, you have this Knight of Swords card, which I definitely want to clarify. Knight of Swords is abrasive. Knight of Swords usually moves very fast. Most would say too fast. Knight of Swords, if we're talking about this being a person, very smart, very intellectual. But when you meet those people who like, they're almost too smart for their own good because you can't tell them shit. They don't listen, right? And for the most part, a Knight of Swords personality, they don't really care who likes them or who agrees with them. So they're not worried about making anything comfortable for anybody. They have a clear mission in their head, and that's what they're going for, right? But this can also indicate things coming at you fast. Now, again, communication can be a little bit wonky, just in terms of it being in that Virgo. And, you know, that kind of sense of perfection. Some of you guys might feel like there's people who are really kind of on your back this month about what it is that you're doing. Understand that if that's the case, it's just people who want the best for you and like love you so much, especially if it's like a father figure, right? Aries person. Yeah, no, maybe some father, or like, let's say if you share children with someone, father of your children, there's some type of like a father energy or like authority energy. This could even be a boss. So there may be a little bit of frictions in terms of work. This could also even indicate that your workload may increase a little bit this August. Again, Mars moves into Virgo. It makes us all super driven, super motivated. And for a lot of you guys that may feel like you have to catch up on some things, this kind of gives you like that kick in the butt to do so. So definitely a lot of work on the table, especially you got a lot of 10th house energy. With that Mars and Mercury both being in Virgo, which for you is 10th house. 10th house is all connected to your career, your public image, authority, all those things. So this may indicate where you guys are having to take the reins and maybe take on some more responsibilities this month, which is good though, because if there's like some type of ladder you're trying to climb, this is an opportunity in a month you could really prove yourself and prove your worth in like a job setting. But also there may be some friction or some words exchanged or something going on, especially in terms of like your father, family figure, especially if your father has more of like that macho, I'm the man, what I say is right type vibe. Emperor's cool and all, but like on a flip, like an emperor in a bad sense could be a straight up asshole. And we see this with the Knight of Swords. He could be an asshole too. So these are things we have to consider. There may be some tough talks, there may be some tough conversations, but honestly, I do see this overall in general as a time that you guys are really motivated, really on to do the things, and really like flexing your strength, especially in your like managerial abilities. Okay. Now you've got the Lovers sitting in your hopes and fears, honey. Okay, so Lovers is Gemini energy. I do love the Lovers in this card. Obviously, I love how these cards of today like have different, more modern images, so everyone feels like they can relate and have a piece of the read, which I love. So here you've got two women. Now, what I will say here, especially with this card, and then you got the Ace of Wands here too. Some of you guys, yes, may be involved in same-sex relationships. Maybe this is something new for you. I will say, even if it's not that, it feels like some of you guys are just hoping for something new, something that, number one, brings you a lot of passion. That's exciting. It's fun. There's spontaneity there. There's opportunities for growth in a really fun, rich, spiritual, passionate way. But I do feel like, so like, if you guys are connecting with someone this month, it's very, very possible that you meet someone who's like just different than what you would normally go for. Now, this could be culturally, this could be in terms of, like I said, same-sex relationships or not. This could be race. This could be whatever. There's something about the new that's different, but exciting, but interesting. And there may even be, for you guys this month, some of you guys who have to make a decision. We can't forget that the Lovers was originally called The Choice. And so it does talk about choices in love, but it also talks about a divine connection. You know, a lot of people liken it to like the Emperor and the Empress if they were together, like that couple, right? That embodies both masculine and feminine energies, no matter what no matter how you identify. That to make the whole thing complete type thing. But there is something new for you guys. There is new opportunity in terms of new relationships. Some of you guys, it may be an Aquarius, maybe a Pisces. Feeling Aquarius, that'd be cool. Sag and Aquarius, that's your, yeah, well, it'd be interesting. But yeah, there's new stuff coming, which is exciting. And then you guys close out with the sun, which I love. Happiest card in the deck. We are literally in this energy because we are in Leo season. The sun is connected to Leo. The sun has a lot to do with overcoming challenges. It has a lot to do with family, success, joy, abundance. You know, this makes me go back to this Emperor and Knight of Swords piece. There may be some family conflict, and somehow I feel like you guys may be wedged right in the middle if you aren't even, like, if this isn't directly you having an issue with your father or a sibling or somebody, this is you being definitely indirectly affected. There may be some things. Now, the thing is, if there has been any tension, especially within your family dynamic, I do feel like it's going to get better. You got the sun here, but it feels like there was like some type of jealousy, maybe competition. Again, maybe it's just everyone's not on the same page. It could be that people are trying to tell other people what to do. Mercury and Virgo, right? But that doesn't like jive with what I want. Whatever conflicts that arise, though, I do feel like you guys will be able to figure it out. Now, you've got the Nine of Swords. Let me do one more card. Because you know what? I think whatever the problem was, if there was a problem, it could have been almost to the point where, like, how do I say? You know, you can't quite put your finger on it, but you know that there's an issue, or like there's just like some weirdness, or like the vibe is off type thing. Well, the sun illuminates everything, right? When the sun is out, we see the truth. We see everything. We see everything that we need to see. There's no hidden agendas, no hidden truths, no anything. And so there may be something that happens this month that kind of puts some things on exposure. In a way that is necessary to move forward, which is why you guys couldn't do it before. Yeah. Two of Wands. That's about making plans and doing something new, going in a different direction. So again, this could be conflict, especially if this is family conflict, because like maybe some people think something should be done a certain way. Some people should think something should be done another way. This could even have to do with, again, maybe not your immediate family that you grew up in, but like your family that you've created. Let's say if you share a child with someone, like say maybe you guys aren't together anymore. And so there's conflict of, you know, all the things that can be conflict when you're like literally co-parenting. But there's something, I do feel like there will be resolve though. I do. Now, you guys have partnership card, which... was it Libra? Libra got partnership. So if you have Libra placements, deal with a Libra. Might be helpful to watch theirs. It says, allow healthful, supportive partnerships in your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So partnership, having healthy partnerships, right? And there's a lot to go about, or there's a lot going on here about partnerships and healthy partnerships. Again, if that's something that you want, the best thing that you can do is stay in that gratitude space rather than thinking that, oh, you're doomed and everybody's got what you want and it's just not going to happen for you. That will happen if that's what you hold on to. I mean, that's just law of attraction. You've also got engagement. It feels like there's some type of a celebration this month. Again, maybe you guys are going to an engagement party. Maybe, you know, you guys are in on someone doing like a secret proposal. Perhaps there's like a wedding or something you're going to, but it does feel like there's something in terms of a higher level of commitment that's happening. Now, it could be to you, but for some of you guys around you, that brings you to this different place, which possibly makes you meet other people. Like this Knight of Cups is interesting because normally it's just one person in the card, but this one, it's like friends getting together. It almost gives me Three of Cups vibes, which Three of Cups is like that collaborative card. It's about joy. It's about celebration. It's coming together. It's happy. So it's almost like there may be some event, especially put on by your friends or your social circle, someone in your social circle, even in your family, that brings you to discovering new people and like having new opportunities. There's a lot of fire here. So you guys might be dealing with another fire sign possibly in the future, but this is actually a really good read. I think you guys are going to have a great month. Stay in gratitude. Be open to what's new coming to you, especially in terms of love, because I feel like it's going to look like something that you were not expecting for yourself, but it's going to be a lot of fun. family conflicts, anything that come up, there's going to be some resolve, but it's going to, well, there's going to be some resolve if everyone in the situation is able to stretch. Because what I can tell you is there is no such thing as going back to old habits and old things. Everything that's happening now, you guys are moving forward, trying different things to get different results type thing. So that's good, especially if you've been battling out with, like, you know, a parent or someone that you are co-parenting with. And then again, work will be busy. You'll feel super driven, super motivated. That's really, really good. But also that does mean more responsibility for you. Also, there may be some friction or some things with a certain boss. But I think for the most part, a lot of you guys this month are really going to be in a very, what's the word? I'm blanking. You're going to have a lot. You're going to have a lot going on, and it's going to put you in a space where you're really kind of being more the authority this month, which is good. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next month. Bye, Sag.